this is the most salient, plausible, possible threat that the industry has ever experienced.
What do I think about the future of film, the film business? It's not looking good.
I think some news came out that AMC only has enough liquidity to last for another 6 months.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
The Davis Theater is the first run independent movie theater in the Lincoln Square area here in Chicago. This nearly 100-year-old theater has been a gem and relic even before its grand 2016 renovation. I began working at the theater after its 2016 reopening, and during my quarantine, I remotely sat down with my friends and coworkers Peyton, Jack, and Francisco to talk about the pandemic and how it has affected not only our theater, but a long-standing industry that relies on the existence of movies and the movie experiences as we know it.
The pandemic, just like a lot of other businesses, has not been good for a business that not only requires, but the whole spirit revolves around just a gathering of people in a large room. As soon as states across the country started mandating closures, and for sure Davis was one of those places because all movie theaters just had to shut down.
Clearly, the pandemic turned out to be much, 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 much more serious than any of us anticipated. I came back to Louisiana in March. I picked up my last check from the Davis, thinking I was coming back to New Orleans for 2 weeks. 2 weeks in New Orleans turned into I've been back for 6 months now, I want to say. And then once I came back for good, I started working at my family's theater again. We run a single screen theater in Louisiana, probably the longest operating single screen theater in, if not the South, maybe the whole US. We've taken a ton of precautions in terms of sanitizing and social distancing, but that's been my experience with the pandemic and movie theaters. I've just been working in a transformed environment.
Because of the way things are at home base, at the Davis Theater, we have adapted or tried to adapt in the sense of doing what several other people and cinemas have done, and that is open up a drive-in theater. And I was thinking that we're a small time business, to get the word out there that we're doing this and to just successfully market it. Well, it didn't take that much because I think it was just the idea of a drive-in theater is enough for people to I think people are just actively probably searching for those.
Yeah, because a lot of people that came to the drive-in didn't even know we were part of the Davis Theater. They just came for the drive-in, yeah.
Yeah. Just seeing that was really cool. It puts you in the mind sense that this might be the future of film for a little while now.
Illinois and Chicago, we're not home to drive-in movie theaters. I think it truly was a really smart thing, and we were pretty consistently selling out the lot. There have been countless private events that have booked with us, which has been, I think, a really good thing and a good way to spread the word about what we're trying to do and stay alive.
They have been pushing back a lot of these movies that were essentially our sort of hooks to try and get people back into the theater. The only large release that has come out really was Tenet, and that did okay at our theater. It brought in a few people. Now we're just sort of seeing where we're gonna go, because we had reopened before Tenet had come out. Once restrictions lifted, reclosed because that got pushed along with a lot of other things. And now after about a 3-week period, we had then reopened again. Tenet did come out, no more delays on that. But other big budget film, a lot of these just accessible film that people want to come see have just been pushed back.
Big chains are really freaking out, and people are just not ready to go see movies right now. I would just want to really hope that there would be some sense of a bailout. I don't know if that necessarily puts us as an independent venue in a different sort of, light here, because, we're not a massive corporation. We don't have the same rent fees to be able to take care of. And we don't have, you look at an AMC theater and you're looking at certainly a bigger staff than, what we typically work with.
I am one of those people that vehemently believes that movie theaters will continue to exist for as long as people exist. Television didn't kill it. VHS, DVDs, home video, all of that didn't kill it. There's always a market here, and experiencing movies in that environment, that's always going to have an audience.